What's up, y'all? It's your boy DT, back again. Heavy Chevy rider with the 72 Monte Carlo, and if you can see behind me, we got the Monte Carlo gutted. There ain't nothing in here. It's over. Starting at work. But I gotta tell y'all something, man. I was tripping. Let me show you. So you can see the inside's not bad at all. Floors are well intact. No issues. Couple holes there for the, mounting the seats. But man, I bought that set thinking I was gonna grind up this whole car with these little things. Man, I must be out of my mind. I'm about to blow my drill up thinking I'm finna do that. So I'm gonna have to go get an angle grinder with some flap disc because I was way in over my head. There's just no way. There's no way those little brushes are gonna clean that up. There I go, trying to be cheap. Thought I was gonna knock it out like that. Guess I was wrong. But yeah, as I look at the car, I realize I'm gonna have to seam seal it. Old seam seal's flaking, so I'll seam seal that. POR15 entire interior, and this thing's in good shape, y'all. It's just all surface rust, 50 years old, what do you expect? But that's a little update, man. I'll let y'all know I was tripping, thinking I'm gonna use some hex shank head steel wheel brushes to clean up this whole car. Tripping. I mean, it does good. I started cleaning up the old seam seal line, so when I redo it, everything's good. I started working on this area, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you're high. That's not gonna work. So, nobody be scared. These holes are for the mounts, for the seat. But we're gonna keep y'all informed. My garage is a mess, not gonna lie to you. Seats are out, carpets in the trunk, seats in the trunk, sun visors in the trunk. Yeah, I'm wilding, but we having a good time, So we got the angle grinder, we got the flap disc. In the meantime, I went ahead and finished taking off all of the top pieces where the headliner will attach to. You can see the lighter color ones here. I've already hit with just a normal hand steel brush. This is what they look like in comparison. That's just to knock off the heavy stuff. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to do. Knock off the heavy stuff, and then we're gonna do what everybody's seen before. Let them soak in vinegar for probably 24 hours. Pull them out, rinse them off, hit them with the brush, then put them back in water with baking soda. That way we can neutralize the vinegar. Then we're gonna spray them with primer, and then turn around and hit them with just a semi-gloss black. I'm not gonna POR15 these. That's just heavy surface rust. We'll go ahead and knock it out. So we got them all brushed. If I thought I had this container, I thought this container would fit. Obviously, it's not. These this is the windshield flash, driver side, passenger side. They don't fit. But one thing you could do is use a bag. The vapors from the acid of the vinegar will still attach to the rust, so long as you bag it and try to keep as much oxygen out as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead, get this bag started. Try not to puncture it. So obviously that's not gonna fit. I'll take another bag from the other end, close it up, pour all the vinegar in here. So let's get this going. We're just gonna bust the top off there because we're not worried about it. This is just going in there. And obviously I'm trying to hit the parts I can hit without making a mess. I want to get it up there, but 2 gallons should be enough. Vinegar's cheap, couple dollars. Ain't gonna kill you. It's gonna kill me though. That's why I'm doing it myself. I ain't paying somebody for it. But let's get it going. And look, I can tell you this water's already turning brown. Water, vinegar. I'm gonna let this sit for a day because your man's got a job. I still gotta work. So everything in the bottom is fully submerged with the exception of these 3 big pieces. So not tripping there. Grab another bag and bag it. So I had somebody ask me, say, "Oh, I didn't know you restore cars." No, I don't. But I'm going to, at least partially, do what I can do to save myself some money. No need in paying somebody else for it. And you know, they said, "Oh, you know what you're doing." Well, I suppose so. I'm about to find out. Nonetheless, you know, watching Chris Craft, Coverman 66, Terry, Mr. LS Crazy, and you know, that's what puts the value in it. Is this is something I'm gonna give to my son eventually. He got a long way to go though. He's only 1.5 years. So, nonetheless, documenting my process, having a good time while doing it, and you know, save yourself some money. These cars are they're kit cars. It's not like nowadays where you got to put a computer to everything. You know, I took the guts of this car out, man, in an hour. And that was because I was drinking beer. So be responsible. Don't be using power tools drinking. All I had was a screwdriver and a wrench. But yeah, so here we go. Safety first, glasses, got some gloves, angle grinder. Let's get it. So we got pretty much the floor pans done with the exception of the back quarter where the passenger seat sits. But nonetheless, the intent here was just to scuff the surface. We're just scuffing up whatever paint or sealer that was already on here that wasn't really holding anymore, was kind of flaking. We just want to rough the surface. We're going to vacuum it out. We're going to acetone it, and then we'll put the POR15 on, which we'll do in another video. We'll see how well I messed that up. In the meantime, we're going to go check out these trim pieces for the headliner that we put on the vinegar. So I had to get creative with the longer pieces. What I ended up doing was taking some paper towels, wrapping it all the way around, and then pouring some additional vinegar on it. I came out here yesterday. It's been 2 days. I came out here yesterday, and these pieces came out amazing. Looks brand new. I still willed these, and since the bigger ones still needed more time, I just went ahead and threw them back in here. That's just a little oxidation. We'll hit these with the brush again before we prime them. Again, we have to rinse them and get baking soda on them to neutralize the vinegar. But we're gonna go ahead and clean up these big pieces and get these units primed. So we got them all out. As you can see, some of these units here are already starting to oxidize. You know, this is after scrubbing them. I even used super clean degreaser as an additional neutralizer, and then went ahead and did the baking soda. You know, now we're gonna do your basic rusty enamel primer. Look, these are all steps that are gonna help make sure your surface is binded to. So we're gonna go ahead, do a light coat just to start letting it get tacky, after which we'll get deeper. Failure. Again, guys, you just want to hit it so it starts getting tacky. The first coat, it gives it an additional level to bind to. Once you get that tackiness, then you can go ahead and put down a heavier layer. Remember, these are all going to be covered up by headliner, so we don't need to go crazy, right? After which, we're still going to go ahead and put a semi-gloss, not even a gloss, but so now we're going to go back to the other ones. And I'm outside, so it's a little windy, so I can afford to get closer to these pieces. You know, normal golden rule, 6 to 8 inches. You're just looking for good coverage. Boom. Got them all done. 3 coats. Just go through them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you get to the next one, start over. You know, so you get that tackiness, and it helps the next level bind. And then let them sit for a good 45 minutes to an hour or more if you can afford that time before you put your final coat of black on. But I just want to show y'all, so there is pitting, but that's nothing to worry about, right? Because we went through the proper process of letting them soak, getting a chemical treatment, organic, but there is pitting from the rust. So that's why it's important to let them soak, get that deep penetration, and then hit it with the brush, prime it, paint it, do everything you can do to prevent them from further rusting. You don't want to be shopping around on eBay trying to find these pieces and going to scrap yards, salvage yards. No need to do that. So we got all the pieces done. As you could tell, they look really good. I mean, check this out. When we pulled them out, they were rusty. GM, I guess 46 years ago, never thought that these would rust or that people would want to keep these cars this long. So, you know, we've went above and beyond factory specifications from when this car was originally made. We've soaked them. We've fucking used the steel wheel brush, excuse my language. You know, we primed them. We neutralized the vinegar. We've now put on a layer of primer rust preventative and semi-gloss black rust preventative. These aren't going to have any issues ever again. So I'm going to let these sit out here and dry. We're not going to handle them for a day or two. We don't need to because we still got a long ways to go. Man, look at that. That look brand new. Might open up a paint and body shop called Rattle Can Professionals. But we still got a lot of work to do on the inside of the car. We got to finish grinding the rear quarter. We got to grind the roof. I got to order the headliner, let that sit out in the sun, get soft and warm. It's still September. Weather's still good here in Minnesota. But y'all see what we got going on. Again, I'm just going to be doing the interior myself. I'll document the process as I get it in the body shop and the audio shop. We're going to get remote door locks on it.